Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is July 26, 2025, and it's been reported that Deco had to meet with Joan Garcia's agent and lawyer for more than 2 hours in order to discuss the registration of the Barcelona goalkeeper. Also, Barcelona are set to sign a new midfielder for Barca Athletic. And finally, the club have renewed the contract of an important Barcelona defender. We have a lot to discuss. So let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo. We'll begin this video with the news that Barcelona are set to wear this kit for tomorrow's match against Vissel Kobe. This is of course the away kit for the 2025-2026 season. And this is the official version. Of course, we've seen plenty of leaks throughout the season, but it's reported that this is the official version. This is what we're going to see the players wearing. This is the version that you will be able to buy from the Barcelona stores and website, which of course it's the Kobe Bryant edition, or the Black Mamba version, a tribute to the late and one of the greatest basketball players, Kobe Bryant. And I have to say, man, I'm definitely getting that kit. I like it way more than the home kit. I think Barcelona has, or Nike I should say, have been making some fire away kits. I haven't been a big fan of their home kits, but I think this kit, I'm gonna have to get it. Now, it's reported that this kit will hit the stores officially either on Monday or maybe Tuesday. But if you're planning to buy it, make sure you wake up early, because I'm sure it's gonna be sold out in only a matter of a few hours, just like the home kit was. Now, I do want to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. What do you think about this away kit? Do you like it? Do you not? Do you prefer the home kit? Do you prefer this one? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now on to the next bit of news, because it's reported that Deco had to meet with Joan Garcia's entourage or circle, because there's currently concerns in regards to the registration of the Barcelona goalkeeper. Now, it's reported that Deco met with Juanma Lopez, who is Joan Garcia's agent, also with Ramon Valencia, who is the lawyer of Joan Garcia, for more than 2 hours at the offices of Barcelona, because right now the player is having a little bit of worry because he has yet to be registered. He was signed approximately a month ago. The summer transfer market has been open for almost a whole month, and the player is yet to be registered. So of course his agent and lawyer met with Deco because they're asking, what's going on? Is the player going to be registered? How is he going to be registered? All these questions were asked by Joan Garcia's representatives, and of course Deco spent more than 2 hours to try to reassure Joan Garcia's representatives that yes, the player will be registered on time, because of course Joan Garcia doesn't want any surprises. He doesn't want to begin the season not being registered. And of course it is a valid concern, because after all, that has happened in the past. Both Dani Olmo and Pau Victor were not registered at the beginning of last season. They were not registered at the beginning of the second half of the season. Jules Kounde, he wasn't registered at the beginning of the season either, when he first signed with Barcelona. So Joan Garcia, legitimate concerns here, but nonetheless Deco tried to reassure the goalkeeper's representatives that Barcelona will be able to register him on time. Now, there has been a lot of talks of how Barcelona could register Joan Garcia and Marcus Rashford, and it's reported that now Barcelona are contemplating using La Liga's new rules when it comes to registrations, because one of the new changes that La Liga have done to their financial fair play in order to help out clubs who are having problems with their wage limit and with their financial fair play is kind of to allow the registration of the player by the time the summer transfer market or the winter transfer market closes, and then give them more time to try to meet the requirements of the financial fair play rules in order to register that player. So let me explain this a little bit more. Let's say you need to register a player by the end of the summer transfer market. You need to make 10 million euros in order to register that player, whether it be by selling another player that's worth 10 million, or maybe closing a new sponsorship deal, or some kind of way that you need to make 10 million to register that player. But you're not going to be able to do it by the end of that summer transfer market, by August 31st, right? But you know that, oh, hey, in September or maybe October or November, you will be able to get those 10 million to register that player. So what La Liga would do would allow you to register that player, kind of like giving you a margin of time. And then once that 10 million comes in, whether it's September, October, November, you're like, hey, La Liga, look, I made the 10 million. Yes, it's past the transfer market closing, but I made it. So we're good to go. So then the player stays registered. Now, if the club cannot come up with that money by a certain time period, then La Liga would be like, okay, well, we gave you extra time. You weren't able to come up with that money. So now the player is deregistered and he cannot play. So Barcelona are considering that option to register both Joan Garcia and Marcus Rashford. We'll see what happens. But right now, not looking good. Not looking good. But hopefully the club will be able to come up with solutions to register both players. Now, on to the next bit of news, because it's reported that Barcelona are set to sign yet a new player, and this player will be for Barca Athletic. Now, the signing of Joan Garcia did not sit well with Espanyol's fans because, of course, he's probably the most talented player that they had, and now he's joined Barcelona. And now another talented player of theirs will be also joining Barcelona, and his name is Roger Martinez. Now, if you don't know who Roger Martinez is, he's a 21-year-old midfielder. He plays as a center midfielder and as an attacking midfielder. He came up through the academy of Espanyol. In fact, he spent 7 years there. He debuted with Espanyol's first team, and last season he spent it on loan with Lugo in the third division, where he impressed. Now, his contract was set or expired in July of this summer, July 2nd, 2025. And even though Espanyol tried to extend the contract of Roger Martinez, the player decided not to renew with Espanyol. So he's now technically a free agent. And it's reported that Barcelona are set to sign him as a free agent for Barca Athletic. So if Espanyol fans were not happy with Barcelona signing Joan Garcia, well, now they're going to be even more mad that Barcelona have signed one of their academy graduates. Now, we'll end today's video with the news that Barcelona have reached an agreement to extend the contract of Jules Kounde. Now, Jules Kounde's contract was set to expire in 2027, and as I reported in previous videos, Barcelona met with Kounde about a month ago in order to set the basis for his contract renewal, because of course Hansi Flick fully counts on Jules Kounde. He considers him an incredibly important piece of his project. He has easily become one of the best right backs in all of Europe. The player, of course, also expressed his desire to stay at Barcelona. And after, putting the negotiations on pause for some time because Barcelona had other priorities, the negotiations have resumed. And it's reported that both Barcelona and Kounde have reached an agreement to extend the contract of the French defender until 2030. So 3 more years past its expiration, because remember, the contract was set to expire in 2027. Now it's getting pushed till 2030. So Kounde will be staying at Barcelona for 5 more seasons. And that, of course, is great news, especially when you take into consideration that Manchester City had approached the player in the last few days to try to convince him to make a move to the Premier League. But Kounde said, sorry, guys, I'm staying in Barcelona. So definitely great news on that front. Now, I did upload another video before this one. If you haven't seen it, make sure to check it out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, Visca Barça.